Hello everyone, welcome to Genius channel. So see the question number 56. It's number 56. An object is placed at the focus of a concave mirror. The image will be real, inverted, same side at the focus. Next option, real, upright, same size at the focus. Virtual, inverted, highly enlarged at infinity. Real, inverted, highly enlarged at infinity. Okay, so an object is placed at the focus of a concave mirror. Okay, you need to say what is the kind of image that you are getting. Okay, so all of you try and comment your answers. Very direct question. Okay, so the question is from the images formed by a concave mirror, isn't it? Various positions and images we are studying in class 10, isn't it? Class 10 NCERT question. Okay, so listen, this is a concave mirror. This is a concave mirror. I'll draw a concave mirror. This is the principal axis. This is focus, radius of curvature. C, that is center of curvature. So at focus, we are placing the object. A ray parallel to principal axis after reflection passes through principal focus. A ray passing through center of curvature goes undeviated. So listen, where will you get the image? So this, when if we continue like this, the image will be formed at infinity. And the image will be real inverted. Image will be real inverted. Okay, so listen, what is the answer? Real inverted, and see, image will be enlarged also. So real inverted, highly enlarged at infinity. Real inverted, highly enlarged at infinity. That is the answer. Okay, so you have to, if you want, you can by heart that positions and the image position and object position you can by heart, or otherwise what you can do, you can just draw and see. Okay, so a ray, always when you draw a ray parallel to principal axis, after reflection from the mirror passes through principal focus, a ray passing through center of curvature goes undeviated. Okay, so those two rules you have to apply. Okay. So answer is option D, real inverted, highly enlarged image at infinity. So just revising all the other positions. See, when you are piecing, so I'm just revising the case of concave mirror. Okay. So in case of concave mirror, if the object is at infinity, the object is at infinity, image will be at focus. Okay, and it will be diminished, real inverted. Diminished, real inverted. Now, if we are keeping the object at infinity, at focus, image will be at infinity, and that will be real inverted enlarged. Thus, that was the question. Next is when we are keeping the image at C, object as at C means image is also at C, same size, real inverted. Next, if we are keeping the object is at, next case, object beyond C, that means after C, then image will be between F and C, real inverted, diminished. Next, between F and C, if we are keeping, image will be beyond C, real inverted, large. Next, if we are keeping the object between P and F, object between P and F, image behind the mirror, That is the only case we get virtual and erect image. Virtual and erect image. Virtual and erect image. And that too large. Okay. So these are the 6 cases of concave mirror. So that you have to by heart. Okay. So they're asking direct question from the real. So the question was, here the question was of this second case at focus. At focus means it is at infinity. It is real inverted, highly enlarged. Okay. Now, if we compare the case of convex mirror always form virtual erect image. Virtual erect image, and that is diminished also. Erect image, sorry, virtual erect, yeah. Virtual erect image, and that also is diminished. Okay. So that is about the mirror. Okay. Now we'll go to the next question. So also please note down this concave mirror other name. What is the concave mirror other name? Mirror's other name? It is converging mirror. It is converging mirror. Convex mirror. What is the other name? Convex mirror. It is diverging mirror. Diverging mirror. Diverging mirror. Okay. Concave mirror, converging mirror, convex mirror, diverging mirror. Okay. So that is about question number 56. So we are going to question number 57. An optician prescribes a power of negative 0.5 diopter. Corresponding lens must be. Okay, so power is given. You have to find out which lens is that, and they have given the focus also. So you have to find what kind of lens is that and what is the focal length of the lens. Okay, so you know the relation, power is equal to 1 by f, where f is in meters. F should be in meters, or f is equal to 1 by p. F is equal to 1 by p. Okay, so using this relation, just find out what is the focal length and just tell me what is the type of lens used here. Okay, and comment your answers. I'll give you 30 seconds. Please do. Okay, so did you get the answer? Okay, so just apply the formula. F is equal to 1 by P, isn't it? F is equal to 1 by P, that is 1 by 0.5. So that is what you'll get 2 meters. F is equal to 2 meters. Now negative sign indicates that it is a concave lens. Negative sign indicates that it is a concave lens. So it is concave lens of focal length 2 meter. So focal length is 2 meter and negative sign indicates that this is concave lens. So if it is positive sign, it is what lens? It is convex lens. Positive means it is convex lens. Okay. So that is about the 57th question. Now moving to question number 58. The spread in colors in a rainbow on sky is primarily due to. The spread in colors in a rainbow on sky is primarily due to. So all of you comment the answers. Direct question. Options are dispersion of light, reflection of sunlight, refraction of sunlight, total internal reflection of sunlight. Yes, obviously. The correct answer is option A, dispersion. Option A, dispersion. So what is dispersion? Dispersion is splitting of, if you don't know, write down, splitting of white light into its component colors, into its component colors, into its component colors. It is known as what? It is known as dispersion, splitting of white light into its component color. So what happens in a rainbow? In a rainbow, once the sunlight enters a water droplet, this water droplet acts as a small prism. Water droplet acts as a small prism, and when it comes out, it splits into different colors, and this process is known as dispersion. Okay, so dispersion of sunlight. That is an example. That is a reason for formation of rainbow. Dispersion, sunlight. And what are the colors that you get? That is VGO, isn't it? VGO, that you know. Now, see who will be reflected, who will be bending more, which color will be bending more. The color that bends more is violet, and the color that bends least is red. Okay, so different colors bends at different angles. That is why we are able to see the dispersion. Okay, or we feel like the color is splitting. Okay, so splitting of white light into its component colors is known as dispersion. Okay, so then go to the 59th question. That is also related to rainbow. Try to answer. A rainbow, a beautiful rainbow on the sky is due to. A beautiful rainbow on the sky is due to. Okay. So see the options: the dispersion of sunlight from water droplets only, reflection of sunlight from water droplets only, reflection and refraction of sunlight from water droplets only, reflection, dispersion, reflection of sunlight from water droplets only. Okay, I want you to give me the answer. So already in the last question we have seen dispersion is the reason for splitting. Okay, so obviously that is one of the reason, dispersion. But with dispersion, so here they are not mentioning about dispersion, here also not mention on dispersion. So these two options are obviously wrong. Now we have these two options. Okay, so in that there is dispersion, but you have to select which is the correct answer. Okay. So then for this, you need to know what happens during a rainbow formation. See, a rainbow is observed. A rainbow is observed when there is a sunshine, or when there is bright sunlight, only we can observe what rainbow. So in the formation of rainbow, this water droplets act as a small prism. Water droplet act as a small prism. Now, the white light enters the prism. The white light enters the water droplets. Then it undergoes at this boundary. See, at this boundary, what does it undergoes? It undergoes refraction. It undergoes refraction. At the boundary, it undergoes refraction. Okay, so at the boundary, it undergoes refraction. Okay, so that's why the white light bends. Then what happens? So at the bottom, because refraction happens when there is a when light travels from one medium to another, refraction happens. So here it is air, here it is water droplet. So at this boundary, refraction happens. So obviously refraction happens. Then inside the water droplets, reflection happens. See, it strikes here, it strikes here. So what happened? Reflection happened. See, inside the water droplets, internal reflection happens. Internal reflection happens. Then what happens? Then again in the boundary here, dispersion happens. Here, dispersion happens. Dispersion happens. So when it come out of the rainbow, out of the raindrop, what happens? Dispersion happens. Why dispersion? Because the splitting. Here happens the process of splitting of white light into its component colors. Splitting of white light into its component colors. And you will see red light vigor. You get vigor. Okay, so what are the three processes happening? One is refraction, one is reflection, one is dispersion. Refraction, reflection, dispersion. Refraction, reflection, dispersion. So the answer is option D. Here the answer is option D. Refraction, dispersion, reflection of sunlight from a water droplet only. Okay. So for the 59th question, answer is option D. Okay. So what all things happens? Refraction at the boundary. Then total internal reflection inside or TIR or internal reflection, both you can write at the inside the water droplet, inside the water droplet. Then happens dispersion. That is splitting of white light into its component colors, and we'll get violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. Here violet is the most bending color, most bending color. Red is the least bending color. It is the least bending color. Okay. So these things you have to remember from rainbow. Rainbow, we can see when there is a sunshine. Okay. So please write down this. And when we talk about this chapter of light, application of each of the phenomenon is important, like application of reflection, application of refraction, application of dispersion. All those things, every time they are asking question based on that, and that is very important. So you have to see that. Okay, so study and go. Then scattering also important reason, different applications of scattering, etc. Okay, so thank you everyone. See you in another video with more questions.